MSV Duisburg have just been relegated to the 4th German division and will not be a part of FC 25. Now that this shocking demise of the sleeping giant MSV Duisburg has happened, it is Rebuild Sombrero's task to turn around the faith of this traditional side, bring them back to the Bundesliga, and ultimately, in a few years' time, win them their maiden Champions League. The Zebras have of course been in the Bundesliga in 07-08, but I cannot see how we can get back up there anytime soon with this kind of a squad. We'll heavily have to rely on, of course, the youth academy as well as maybe free agents, young players that we can get for cheap. I have put a certain Yanda here at cam because he's 20, he's 65, maybe has some potential. Just like Castañeda, who is a CM, 18 years of age, 63 overall already. Those are the two brightest spots, Castañeda and Yanda. All the others are quite old here. I have found Mogultai, who is 19 years of age, already 1 overall higher than Köta, who is on the starting spot here. He gets replaced by this guy. What we though certainly need is a new CDM, because Knoll is actually a centre back. He's here, and the other CDMs are not really exciting me either. Certainly also a new winger here, or left midfielder, because Piedl is 29, Engin is 26, 64. None of them are really exciting me either, just like Felcher here on the right back position. But I don't know how many players we can get in. So a right back certainly, one winger or left-right midfielder, and then of course a CM CDM. We immediately terminate the loan of Tip Köta here, who goes back to his parent club. In the first season here at Duisburg, we play a wing play because actually this formation seems to suit this vision, this tactical vision, the best. I have also hired one coach per position here, 4-star at the least, which means that we are down to about 2 million, absolutely nothing in the budget here. I don't want to be harsh, but Fritz Schmidt is an absolute fraud, and I'm not gonna send him out because otherwise he will just send us useless players. First game of the season and the right back Bitter is already injured. I mean, absolutely brilliant. He'll be out for about 6 months, so even more reason to quickly find a new right back. We start off the season by selling a player. It is Maximilian Brauner, the 3rd string goalkeeper, who goes off to Romania for 1 million. We sell our 4th string striker in Benjamin Girt to Queville Rouen for 470k. Just like Kolja Push, who goes to Racing de Ferrol in Spain for 650k. The clear out doesn't stop here though, as we sell Jonas Michel Brink for 1.1 million to Romania. We sell Nicolas Klöller, 1.8 million, he goes off. Now this is what I like to see. We have massively thinned out this squad. Bitter, of course, the right back, is now injured for 6 months. He gets replaced by Felcher, but I want to have a better right back at the club. The first player I have in mind for this Duisburg side here is a new right midfielder, 17-year-old from Australia. It is Nestori Irankunda, a wonder kid on FC 24, joining Duisburg. He's coming in from Adelaide United in Australia for a measly 1.8 million. From Espanyol, a very good business deal, 3 million for Omar El Hilali, 3.9 million market value. He's a 71 rated right back. El Hilali at the right back spot. I have found someone who is going to massively improve our left back. It is the Mexican free agent left back, Jesus Gallardo, joining us for €0, absolutely free, but in return we get a 76 rated star player. This is how the team is looking like then, going into the first season. We have Müller, of course, in goal, 66 rated. In the back line we have changed El Hilali, of course, at right back, and Gallardo at left back, the free agent, 29, 75 rated. How can we forget Iran Kunda at right midfield, right wing, 17 years of age, 66 overall. With this team in the first season, I certainly don't want to finish in low positions. Maybe we can fight for, of course, a top 10 finish. That would be a successful first season. For the second part of the season, we sell Allah Bakir to Swansea City because we needed the money. 1.7 million. We've also sold Marvin Bacalorts to Petrolul in Romania, as well as Alexander Eswine to Wickham in the 4th English division. We now have about 2.97 million, so enough to go in for a Dutch scout here in Thomas Bakker, sending him to Germany for 3 months to find us some quality youth players. We can also make some positional changes here. Santiago Castañeda becomes a CDM, and he goes up by 1 to a 64, just like Kaspar Janda, who also switches from a CM to a CDM, and he stays at a 66. Nestori Irankunda becomes a right winger from a right midfielder, and finally some great improvement, up by 2 to a 69. At the halfway point of the season, we are in Scroll Down FC, in 13th place here, mid-table, but very close to the 19th place to second bottom Freiburg 2. Also only 6 points of 5th place Saarbrücken, but of course still about 20 games to go. Nothing decided yet. And this is how the team is looking like here at the halfway point of the season. Irankunda, a right winger. Those stats are really bleak so far. Ginczek is the only one who can score goals. 7 goals in 12 appearances, not bad. Zenga, our CDM, is our second best scorer. Behind, of course, Ginczek. Zenga with 3 goals. Starting next season, Daniel Ginczek, our best scorer of this season, will be a Greuther Fürth player, because he's 33, 65, on the decline massively. And Robin Müller will be joining Holstein Kiel for 1.35 million, a good price. At the end of the first season here with Duisburg, we are pretty much where we were at the halfway point. 18 draws in 12th position. I mean, 18 draws are just massive. We have had less losses than Sandhausen in first, but those 18 draws are just killing us. Steady mid-table, I'd say, 51 points, only +1 goal difference. Still a lot of improvements to be done. The German Cup goes to RB Leipzig over Dortmund in the final. Our journey began by defeating Hamburg from the 2nd division. That was an incredible achievement in the first round. But then immediately in the second round against Bundesliga side Stuttgart, we got knocked out. Ginczek, the man that will leave us to Fürth at the end of the season, has scored double the goals than Irankunda in second spot. He's up to a 71, Irankunda, and Ginczek down to a 65. But still incredible what Ginczek has done here. 14 goals in 27. Irankunda has come in clutch in the second part of the season as well, with 7 goals. This is the team of Duisburg here at the end of the season. And we have El Hilali up to a 74. Gallardo at a 76. We have Castañeda up to a 66. Janda up to a 68. And then Irankunda, of course, the most promising player here alongside El Hilali we bought in the first season, up to a 71. We are, of course, much better than Duisburg in real life, in 12th spot, whereas Duisburg in real life got relegated. And round 2 in the DFB Pokal, losing to Stuttgart, wasn't too bad either. Let's jump into season number 2. We'll have about 5 million this season in our budget, so let's see what we can do there. What we certainly need is squad depth, as we don't have any reserves here under the substitutes. Certainly a new striker as well. We have Köpke and Ekene. We put Ekene up top for now. Köpke has submitted a transfer request, so we'll have to sell him somehow. But otherwise, this team isn't looking too bad actually. Not too old. As we had mostly older players in this position, we have gone in for a youth star. In Mauro Pehkovic from Dinamo Zagreb, 3 million on the dot. He will be an improvement, because he's a 72 rated centre-back at 21 years of age. It is Pascal Köpke going off to Magdeburg for 1 million euros. It is a Frenchman. It is Leon Tran coming in from the free agency list to Duisburg. His overall, that is really interesting, will be a 72. Go in for one final player. I wanted a bit of experience, and that's why I've looked on the free agency list if I could find somebody that fits my criteria, and I have found Jairo Riedewald A former Premier League player, CDM, 27 years of age. He will be about a 74 overall, one of our best rated players. As Sebastian Mai's release clause had been met, 1.3 million into our books at least. Going into the season, this is how the squad is looking like. We have Zenga and Castañeda on the bench because Castañeda is now converting to a cam to give competition to Yanda here at the cam spot. The new player Tran here at striker, Riedewald, our new star man, and of course the CDM spot, he will go to the left because he's a left-sided CDM, and then Perkovic, one of our most talented players here, Perkovic at the centre-back spot. I expect from us a fight at least for top 10 football, but let's just simulate the second season here. 40 points, 6 points ahead of second placed Ingolstadt, and 8 points already ahead of playoff place Regensburg. Absolutely massive first part of the season, only 2 losses in 18 games. Tran coming in clutch here, up to a 75, 17 years of age, 11 goals in 14 appearances, incredible. Iran Kunda as well, 7 goals, not too bad. And then Gallardo with 4, Müller up to a 70, Perkovic 72, Senga the other centre-back 67, we have El Hilali 77, Gallardo. Those 2 players here, the 2 full-backs, are really the strong part of the team, alongside Riedewald, who is up to a 75, Yanda, who is up to a 70, not bad, Tran of course up to a 75, and then Iran Kunda 74. Youth Academy players, Schäfer, 80 to 94 potential, 16 years of age, 57. We have Berger, 16 years of age, 65 already, 80 to 94 potential as well. And then Zimmermann, Ekam, 16 years of age, 54 overall, 79 to 94 potential. Very interesting man. The second Bundesliga. Alongside Nuremberg and Regensburg are in the playoff match. Only 5 losses in total in 38 games. 4 ahead of Nuremberg. But lads, for some weird reason, we haven't been in the German Cup this season. I cannot find it anywhere, so that is some weird glitch here, and EA need to fix that, because it's not enjoyable not to have the cup in the game. But anyway, Leon Tran has really destroyed this league here, this third league. He was too good for it. 22 goals in 27 apps, 13 in 33 and 5 assists for Iran Kunda, up to a 76. Tran up to a 77. Gallardo also up to a 77. 5 goals and 2 assists for him. This is what we're looking at in terms of the squad here after 2 seasons. El Hilali up to a 78. Gallardo 77, as I already told you before. Perkovic up to a 73. We have Riedewald 75. Yanda even 71. Tran is our best man. 17 is still a minor, and he's already our best player. Iran Kunda 1976. Found yet another few super talents in Köhler, 82 to 94 potential, 60 overall at 17 years of age, 16-year-old Julian Haas, 58 rated, 83 to 94 potential, and then a striker in Adam Bendner. He is 17 years of age, 62 overall. We close down the second season with the promotion to the second league of Germany. Let's crack on with the third season, in hope, of course, not to get relegated back down to the third league. To kick off our first season in the second Bundesliga, we sign a very big player. A big talent, who used to play in the Bundesliga. Now we get him from Atletico Madrid. We do business with Simeone. It is Noah Mbamba joining us from Atletico for 4 million on the dot. He will be about a 72 overall CDM. Next up, we go in for a free agent as we didn't have a lot of money left. As we have signed Luis Velasquez from the free agency list. A crucial squad world player. Our new starter in the second Bundesliga, the 74 overall, +4 on Müller. With Mbamba 2072 and Velasquez 1973 into the side. This is a very competitive team that I would like to see us compete in the second league. Maybe also a better centre-back needed, but yeah, we don't have the funds. We only have about 300k in the bank right now. I was bang on the money, lads, because we have 298k. We sell our backup right back Joshua Bitter, 580k to Rodez AF in France. He just couldn't keep up with the rest of the squad anymore. We also sell one of the OGs of this Duisburg squad in Ahmed Engin to Auxerre. He's now only a backup left winger. He goes to Auxerre for 1.4 million in France, of course. Our first season in the second Bundesliga. We are in 7th spot on 30 points after 18 games. Only 3 points behind Rostock in 3rd in the playoff promotion spot. 4 points behind the automatic promotion spot that has Nuremberg right now. We are nowhere near the relegation zone that are in 16th place, 5th, 11 points behind us. Very, very good first part of the season here. Once again, it is Leon Tran with 10 goals coming in clutch here. He's on his way to win yet another Golden Boot, not only in League 3 but also in the second league. Iran Kunda once again in second spot also, with 8 goals in 21. Gallardo came in clutch, the left back. What a player this is. Bergard from the youth academy is up to a 70 at 17 years of age. I didn't want this to happen, but unfortunately Santiago Castañeda wanted to leave the club. We have sold him for 4.25 million to Getafe in Spain. In this case, it is very important for us that a guy named Schäfer came up from the youth academy, 17 years of age, 69 overall. He could already shortly take the spot of course, Yanda, who is 5 years older than him, only 2 overall higher. Is Dennis Marsh, our 3rd string goalkeeper right now. We have sold him for 1.35 million. First season, we are actually in the playoff position. Oh my lads, we have done very, very well this season. Much more than what I have expected for us to do. 61 points after 34 games, 10 behind Darmstadt in 1st. Augsburg also go up on 70 points. Hamburg miss out narrowly as they always do. The question is, did we do it in the relegation playoffs? Well, the answer is yes. We have beaten Schalke of all teams 2-1 to clinch the last spot remaining for next season's Bundesliga. We have done back-to-back promotions. Fantastic. Local, it has been Dortmund defeating, in fact thumping Bremen 3-0 in the final. We have surpassed Darmstadt in the first round. In the second round we have beaten Magdeburg. But in the 3rd round we have been destroyed by Werder Bremen, who have made it to the final. Tran, Iran Kunda and Gallardo have excelled here. I mean, Gallardo, that is crazy. From left back, 12 goals here. That is fantastic. Iran Kunda 15 goals, up to an 81. And Tran up to an 80, 16 goals for him. A bit slower in the second part of the season. Iran Kunda, although he came in clutch. And then there is this Marcus Thomas guy from the youth academy. Just picked him up, 17 years of age, 71 overall. Eric Zenga will be retiring at the end of the season. A CDM, of course, so we'll maybe need to replace him in the long run. It's going faster than I expected, but let's see what we can do in our first ever Bundesliga season in this rebuild. First player we go in for as a Bundesliga club is a German centre-back to give us some depth in those positions. Leandro Morgalla joining us from Hertha Berlin for 5 million on the dot. A 72 rated Morgalla is a +4 on, of course, Sänger and Fleckstein. Our first season in the Bundesliga, I want us to go more defensive. That's why we choose the counter-attacking style of play. To give us more strength in that CDM spot, we go in for a new man, very young still. Could honestly be the Nemanja Matic region here. He's a Serbian CDM. It is Predrag Dragovic joining us from the free agency list. We get a big player here at a 74 overall. In the meantime, we have sold a lot of players. It is Chinedwi Kene, who goes to Atlanta United for 1.6 million. Muller, the backup goalkeeper, goes to Las Palmas for 3.5. We have sent out Bender, Becker and Hansen, 3 of our youth players, out on loan for a season. And then we have sold Fleckstein for 1.25 million to Portugal, Yanda to Ghent for 3.2 million, and Mogultai finally, our backup left back, to Cercle Bruges for 1.3 million. Which leaves us with a kind of big budget of 23 million to go in for one final player in this 4th season here with Duisburg. Yet another centre-back, the second centre-back we sign in this 4th season. It is a Frenchman who will certainly be a starter in, of course, this Duisburg side. Here he comes then, a crucial centre-back in Sungutu Magasa from Nantes for 14 million on the dot. Magasa is a 76 rated starting centre-back. Now this is looking much better. With of course Magasa in the starting 11, Morgala on the bench, our new centre-backs, as well as the free agent Dragovic, 19 years of age, 73 on the bench as well. Hopefully this season we won't have to endure a relegation battle in the Bundesliga, in our first Bundesliga season. Certainly Tran doesn't deserve that at 18 years of age, 80 rated. We have a few talents here such as Kuhn, Thomas, both of course 17 years of age, and then Bender, 18 years of age, the backup striker. We are in 13th place, quite steady I would say. We have conceded the most goals in the whole division as it seems, with 30. Not great, but we've also scored 20, which isn't too bad. We are on 18 points after 16 games. Stuttgart in 15th and Bochum in 16th are only 3 points away from us, so we'll have to strap ourselves in the second part of the season. I can already tell you that Iran Kunda is up to an 84 at 20 years of age, incredible. Tran up to an 81. Berger up to a 75, the youth academy player. Berger, the left winger, right winger, who has gone up by 3, is the best scorer, 6 goals, alongside Tran. Also 6 goals for him. Schäfer, the youth academy cam, is up to a 74 and has scored 4 goals and 2 assists, not bad. Shipped out Marvin Zeng, our 4th string centre-back, to Adana Demirspor in Turkey for 1.3 million. I absolutely don't want us to get relegated this season. And yeah, it's squeaky bum time, as I usually like to say. 13th spot, we have made it. And only just, that is what I can tell you. Even though we are in 13th, we are only 3 points ahead of 16th place Stuttgart, who are in, of course, the relegation playoff. Bochum and Darmstadt have gone down, while Leipzig are the champions. Bayern Munich down in 4th spot on 58 points. We have done quite well, 9 wins, 9 draws, 16 losses are still a bit much. So nearly half the games we've played, we've lost. In the DFB Pokal, we started in round 2 against Preußen Münster. We won 3-1. Then we passed, sensationally passed, Leverkusen 4-2. Wow, in the round 3. And in the quarters, it was the end of the road as Hoffenheim came to Duisburg and destroyed us. While in the final it has been Bayern Munich, at least they rescue something. Over Frankfurt 2-0, they win the cup. No player in double digits. Tran is our best scorer with 8 goals. Schäfer in second. He has had a belter of a season. 7 goals, 8 assists from Cam. Is absolutely exceptional. Berger also up to a 78, 7 goals, 4 assists. Very good from him as well. What I can tell you, of course, Schäfer, 18 years of age, 76. One of our best products here. Alongside Iran Kunda, 21, 86. He's the star man of this team. We have Gallardo, El Hilali, very good fullbacks. Young centre-backs, both 23, 10, 24, 78 rated. We have Riedewald, who is the oldest here. 30 years of age still only. 78 overall, the captain. And Bamba, 22, 78. Pledel will, of course, retire at the end of this season, as I showed you at the beginning. But we have Thomas here on the reserves. He goes to the bench. He's 18, 75, also a man for the future, just like Kuhn and Bender, of course. We will also have about 3 players returning from loan. Hansen, Becker and Zimmermann, 3 of our youth academy players that were out on loan this season. For our first Bundesliga season, I'm quite happy. 13th place. I didn't expect a lot more, I just didn't want to get relegated. To think of a top 10 finish would have been outrageous in the first season there as a newly promoted club. Let's crack on with the 5th season here, with Duisburg, in hope of further improvement. To start off season number 5, I have just gone in for a new left back. From Frankfurt, it is Niels Nkunku, coming in for 15.7 million. He will be a left wing back of about an 82, so an upgrade on Gallardo even. I found a superbly interesting player here, a CDM, who gives us strength and cover in this position. I just couldn't pass up on this opportunity. A player who in real life plays for Milan was a free agent here. Yassin Adli joining us from the free agency list as we didn't have a lot of money left. The 82 rated CDM CM. I have just sold Jairo Riedewald, a man who we picked up on a free. We have sold him for 16 million as a 30-year-old. Of course, with the addition now of Yassin Adli, we don't need him anymore. I have gone in for one that I think is really interesting for the future. It's a Danish centre-back who was already approached by Wolfsburg. He will be about a 78 overall, 18-year-old centre-back, 78 rated backline, 23 and 24 years of age. We have a 21-year-old, 80 rated Velasquez in goal. El Hilali, still one of our best players alongside Idan Kunda, an absolute world beater at this point, 86 overall at 21 years of age. We have a 19-year-old, 81 rated striker. We have an 18-year-old, 77 rated centre-back. And of course, Adli, 26, 82, a big upgrade in the starting 11, as well as Nkunku, who is one higher rated than Gallardo. Still, Gallardo, a fantastic backup. At the halfway point of our second Bundesliga season, we are in 11th spot, smack bang mid-table here. After half a season, we are actually not too far off European football, only about 6-7 points. But also only about 7 points above relegation. An 88 rated Iran Kunda is our best scorer with only 6 goals. 1 assist, 4 goals for Adli, our new man, only 4 for Tran this season, 4 for even the backup striker Bender from the youth, and then Berger with only 2 goals as well, so the goals are really bleak. On the other hand, the growth is just exceptional, especially the front three, 88, 82, 80 rated. We have an 83, 80, 78 midfield, and then of course 81 and 84 rated fullback. We actually no more scroll down FC, as we have finished in 7th spot, only 15 points behind Bayern Munich in first. That was a brilliant second part of the season. It's very close. Unfortunately, we didn't make it into European football, according to the table at least. If things went our way in the cups, maybe we could still qualify for next season Conference League, but let's see. Bayern Munich are the champions. Leverkusen gave them a very tough run for their money, just like Borussia Dortmund did, and Leipzig. 4 teams were in the title race. On the other hand, we have Freiburg, Köln, and an abysmal Nuremberg with only 1 win in 34, who get relegated to the second Bundesliga. In the DFB Pokal, we have been knocked out in our first round 2 in total, to Arminia Bielefeld from the second division. That was woeful. And Hoffenheim have won the cup 3-2 in a classical. Hoffenheim have won the cup. I wonder if we can get the Conference League spot, because no spot has been awarded through the cup. So we might just get Conference League football next season. Iran Kunda is just a beast. He's immense. Up to a 90 at the age of 22. We have Adli with 9 goals and 3 assists, our CDM. Tran with 8 goals in 22. He was a bit disappointing this season, but oh well. The team is looking like at the end of the 5th season. We have Magasa, who is one of the only players, if not the only one, yes he is, in the starting 11 that is under the overall of 80. Schulz is making pressure on him. He's 5 years younger and already the same overall. Another man that I'm immediately going to promote from the youth academy is Tillan, a goalkeeper, 81 to 94 potential, 17 years of age, 62 overall. He can get loaned out. This has been our best season by a country mile so far. Bundesliga 7th. We have come a long way from the 3rd division, one of the worst clubs there, into one of the best 7 clubs in the Bundesliga. A good season here in season number 5. Let's crack on with season number 6. To start off season number 6, we have about 52 million in our budget. We have already done some business by selling Leandro Morgala, who hasn't really developed as much as I would have liked him to. He's only 75 rated, and we have sold him for 7.2 million to Hoffenheim. We get the biggest player we have signed so far here. His contract was expiring in 11 months, and even though I was signing a lot of centre-backs in recent seasons, I have now found the perfect one. Jean-Claire Todibo joining us for 39 million from Brighton. His overall will be about an 85-86. We have sold our 3rd string goalkeeper Leonard Schmidt to Portugal for 2.7 million. We have signed Claudio Bianchi in a swap deal with Gallardo plus 1 million from Lazio. Backup striker who goes to Mainz for 10 million. I have finally gotten a deal over the line for a player that took me so long. Tammy Abraham coming in from Torino for 8 million plus Marcus Thomas. He should be about an 82 overall. As predicted, we'll also be in the Conference League in a group alongside AEK Athens from Greece, Bodo Glimt from Norway and Hammarby from, I think, this could be Sweden. The squad is coming together nicely here. Todibo is already up to an 86. We have Perkovic at an 80. And then the backup striker Abraham now 30, 81. Magasa only on the reserves anymore. Bianchi, the man we bought as a new backup left back, 1872. Still a lot to catch up. In general, this team is good, and I would be really disappointed if we wouldn't qualify for any European competition next season. And at the halfway point of season number 6, we are sitting in an incredible second spot. Although with this super team, it is not really incredible, but yeah, I'm still gobsmacked with this result. We have a very surprising Magdeburg in the league. They are, I think, in the 3rd league in real life. So that is really surprising. But yeah, at the top Bayern Munich, no real surprise there. And in the Europa Conference League, we have made it through in a quite comfortable fashion. 5 points ahead of 3rd placed Bodo Glimt, 4 points below AEK Athens in 1st, to the preliminary round where we face Rio Ave from Portugal. Looking at the stats, they are being dominated by Nestori Irankunda, our left winger, right winger, 12 goals for him in 24 outings, 8 goals for Tran in 19. He's not hitting the numbers he did at the beginning of the rebuild, but well, it's the Bundesliga, I suppose. Except for those two, again, Irankunda and Tran, the others aren't really delivering. They are putting up steady numbers like 5 goals, 3 goals, but nothing in Duisburg. Ahead of Bayern Munich we've finished. In 2nd place, only 4 points behind Leipzig, who are champions. What an amazing season. On the other hand, however, not so amazing seasons for Heidenheim, Schalke and especially Magdeburg, who have been the whipping boys at this Bundesliga and go down. Let's see what we did in the cup. In the 2nd round we overcame Hoffenheim, which is a great achievement already. In round 3 we overcame Düsseldorf from the 2nd division, but then we got knocked out to Hamburg from also the 2nd division, I presume still. 4-3 on penalties against the northern German side. And in the final, it is Hamburg actually. If they are in the 2nd division, that would be sensational. They have beaten the German champions of Leipzig. Let's not forget that we finished 2nd in our Conference League group. In the preliminary round, oh my, we got knocked out to a minor Portuguese side in Rio Ave, 3-2 on aggregate. Absolutely shocking. The winner of the Conference League is Stadren over FCSB from Romania. A kind of shocking Europa League final that Sociedad win over Real Madrid of all teams. And even more sensational finally, the Champions League. A Marseille against Lyon derby to determine the Champions League winner, and it's gone to Marseille. I mean, if that was the case in real life, the French would absolutely explode in ecstasy. Run has come in clutch. 24 goals in 31 appearances. 23 for Irankunda, which is exceptional as well. 9 and 7 for Berger. I mean, look at the drop-off here. Berger compared to Irankunda, who is just above him in the stats. Incredible. Abraham with 6 goals could have been better as well. Adli with 7 assists, not bad. This squad has come leaps and bounds since we have picked it up in the bottom of the 3rd division. Let's end season number 6 here. A bit of a disappointing cup run, especially in the Europa Conference League. I would have expected more than just a preliminary round exit. Next season we can take the fight to both Leipzig and Bayern, and maybe, just maybe, go on a surprising run in the Champions League. And finally, after 7 seasons, we are on a big budget of 95 million. Now hear me out, lads. I absolutely love those guys here. Absolutely, each one of them. But if we want to take that next step forward, we need to really strap ourselves in here in that transfer window, find the right players. Left back 28-82, maybe a new CDM because Mbamba is at 82. I don't know, it's a bit limit. As well as Perkovic, who is only 82. I don't know. We have signed a lot of young centre backs. Maybe we can replace him with Schulz, because this is the man for the future. He's still only 20. So lads, our first signing of our 7th season here with Duisburg is the biggest one yet. A 90 rated striker. It is an Argentinian coming into the club here, coming into the building. Lautaro Martinez coming from Inter. He's 31, his contract was expiring for 60 million plus Tammy Abraham in return. He will be about a 90 rated striker. So lads, I've just realized that the sound was a bit bad in the last season, and that's why I've adjusted that. Now it should be fine again. We have sold Nielsen Kunku for 45 million to Liverpool. Of course, the left wing back. A youth academy cam, Lasse Becker, for 31.3 million to Torino. Poon, 2075. He has been sold to Udinese for 10.7 million. Zimmerman, another cam from the youth, has been sold to Granada for 6.7 million. And yet another cam in Lasse Becker, whose release clause had been met. Unfortunately, because I didn't want to sell him. But 31.3 million into our budget. We have now cleared out the cam spot really well and got about 50 million into our budget. Not bad. Which means that we'll have about 101 million to go in for a couple of players. That is absolutely amazing. We have just found our left back of dreams. The new man that replaces Nkunku at the left back spot. Here he comes into the building. From Newcastle United, Milos Kerkez for 62 million. And I think it was worth it because he's about 85-86 rated left back. Last but not least, I have decided to go in for a super CDM, as we needed cover on that position. As we have signed the Algerian international Ismail Benasser from Borussia Dortmund, from the same league, for 27.7 million plus Predrag Dragovic, 31. But the fact that he's 87-88 overall, that is invaluable experience we get there. Now just look at how incredible this squad is. Martinez up top, 90 rated 31-year-old. 25-year-old 85 rated Kerkez. And 31-year-old 87 rated Benasser in midfield. 3 big upgrades on each of those positions. In our first ever visit to the Champions League, we'll be in a group alongside Spurs, Valencia and Porto. A very, very tough group here for Duisburg. Lads, at the halfway point of the 7th season, we are in 10th place. In a big, big pickle. Only 5 wins out of 16. We are much closer to the relegation zone than to the Champions League zone. 5 points ahead of 16th place Bochum. So, that is going really, really poorly. However, in the Champions League, it's a whole different story, as we are in 2nd place, going through to the round of 16, where, of course, we had to face the record champions, the Kings of Europe, Real Madrid. To be honest, the stats aren't looking worse than in other seasons. We have Iran Kunda with 16 contributions in 18, it's fantastic, 7 for Martinez in 14, and 6 in 12 for Tran. Not too bad, even 4 goals for Benasser. The team is actually looking brilliant. Look at that front line. Look at the midfield even. And the strong defense, 86-82 and 86-86, with an 83 rated goalkeeper. In the meanwhile, we have done some transfer moves, selling Schneider, our 3rd string goalkeeper now, to Genk for 7.5 million. Loaning out the youth prospects, Maya and Wagner, both goalkeepers, both on loan. Our first ever visit to the round of 16 in the Champions League. A very strong side we have built here. But against Real Madrid, it's a whole different story. We face them at home as we finished 2nd in our group. Can we upset the kings of Europe here? Yes, we do! Oh my god! Lautaro with a brace destroys Real Madrid here. Oh my, oh my. I would have never expected that, to be honest, lads. Especially given we had a horrendous form in the league lately. The second leg away at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu. Can we complete the upset against the record champions of the Champions League? Away in Madrid. Can we do it? Yes, we have drawn the game. Another goal by Lautaro Martinez. The equalizer he gave us. Valverde gave Madrid the lead, but we are through 3-1 on aggregate to the quarterfinals. And in the quarterfinals, we will be facing our German colleagues of Borussia Dortmund. Let's jump into the game here. Against Borussia Dortmund at home, first leg in the quarters. Can we get a win? Yes, we do. Oh my. 3-2, another brace by Lautaro Martinez. Benacer with the winner in the 84th. We have beaten them at home in the first leg. We could make it to an unprecedented semi-final in the Champions League for Duisburg. But here we have to hold our nerves, lads. Away at the BVB Stadium in Dortmund. With our full strength starting 11. Can we do it? 3-2 up from the first leg. We do it! 1-1 Adli in the 89th minute with the equalizer, which sends us through to the semi-final of the Champions League. Crazy. And in those semis, we could be facing either Spurs, Milan or Manchester City. Okay, AC Milan it is in the semi-finals of the Champions League. First leg again at home. Can we overcome our good old Italian friends of Milan to make a first step towards an incredible Champions League final? With a full strength starting 11, we quick sim the game, and it's a 3-1 win! Oh my god! Rafa Leao even gave them the lead in the 3rd minute already, very early doors. Lautaro immediately equalized. Berger then with a brace, our youth academy superstar, to give us the edge over Milan and a big advantage ahead of the second leg at San Siro. Let's cross our fingers, our toes, everything we've got. The big one is upon us. It is San Siro for the second leg. We are 3-1 up. We quick sim the game. Can we do it? Yes, we've done it. We've lost the game 2-1. But Berger's goal in the 87th sends us through. I mean, Maldini with a brace gave Milan actually a path to extra time. But then Berger destroyed all hope in the 87th, just 3 minutes before the end of the game, to send Duisburg to the Champions League final of season number 7. The season in the Bundesliga, we are in 9th spot only, on 45 points, 12 wins out of 34. That was woeful. I mean, we have really put all our eggs in one basket, in the Champions League basket. Borussia Dortmund are champions ahead of Bayern on goal difference. One better goal difference. That is crazy. That is absolutely bonkers. Let's have a look at the cup here. We have beaten Wolfsburg in the first round, our first outing in round 2. We've even beaten Mainz in round 3, 3-0. We have destroyed Wiesbaden from I think 2nd or 3rd division, 4-1. And in the semis we have beaten Frankfurt 1-0 away from home, which means that we will face Hoffenheim on the 1st of June in the DFB Pokal final, our first chance to a major trophy. And this is how the team is looking like ahead of those 2 finals. We have no player under the overall of 83. Schulz is the lowest rated player here at 83. Then we have Velasquez, 84, the goalkeeper. I really trust this team, even though it's done poorly in, of course, the league. It's reached 2 cup finals. One, of course, the German Cup final, and one, the big one, the Champions League. Here we are then for the first of the 2 finals at the Olympiastadion, the DFB Pokal final against Hoffenheim. With our full strength starting 11. Can we get our first win, our first big title of this rebuild? Yes, we do. We in fact destroy Hoffenheim 3-0. Another Lautaro Martinez brace and a goal by our youth academy prospect Schäfer to clinch a first big trophy of season number 7. If you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps the growth of the channel massively. The final will be played out at the Estadio USL Benfica, the Estadio da Luz, in, of course, Lisbon, with our full strength starting 11. We play against the former Borussia Dortmund connection of Bellingham and Haaland here, and Haaland is already on goal in the first minute. Into Schäfer's path, back to Martinez. Martinez twists and turns here against the De Ligt. Martinez, great shot, and he scores! He gives us a lead, an early lead. Lautaro Martinez, the Argentinian, our star man up front. Great turn here against De Ligt. And then he just blasts the shit out of this. We defend well here. Kerkez, such a great acquisition. Schäfer, our cam, from the youth, of course. He gives it back into Benacer. Benacer. Could we go on maybe yet another attack? It's Benacer who is just not powerful enough offensively. Adli, our captain now. It's Yassin Adli into Benacer, who gives it back into Martinez. Chance for a brace, which he does score. It's Martinez that hurts the back, but I don't care, as we are 2-0 up in the Champions League final in the first quarter of an hour. What a nice display here. Good pass from Benacer into Martinez, and the Argentinian has a brace. Oh, we defend so well. I think that was Lautaro defending against Haaland. He's fed up of Manchester City, and so am I, to be honest. Now, we might inflict further damage on the citizens. It's Schäfer. Schäfer. Can he see the open space? No. Oh my god. Bellingham now against Ali. Ali does so well against Jude Bellingham. And now plays it into Schäfer. Schäfer, our assist king. Turns and twists. Finds Berger. Berger. Oh my god. Scores an absolute screamer. We are toying with Manchester City. This is on ultimate difficulty, by the way. Look at this turn, and then the pass here from Schäfer, the assist king I was calling it. But I wasn't calling such a brilliant ice cold finish from our winger Berger. Oh my god. We are currently destroying Manchester City here. And it shows here Adli with a tackle against Haaland. Adli once again with a good ball here for Schäfer. We still have the ball. Benacer now, the CDM. Gives it into Martinez. Lautaro once again. That should be a pen, but it is not. What an intervention here from Eli Lali against Caboret, the right back of City. El Hilali, we are still on the ball. It's Schäfer! Oh my god, nearly the 4th goal. Foden now on the wing for City. Careful. Foden somehow tussles his way. Oh my god, and then Haaland. It's chaos in the penalty box. Again Haaland. Why does he shoot there? But Schulz. Very good job. But now, Bellingham. We haven't seen much of him. But Foden. Foden. What an interception here. I absolutely celebrate that. Because maybe now we could go on yet another counter. We have destroyed citizens with our counter play, but not now. It's Adli into Todibo. Todibo. What is that kind of a shot? But it's half time. We are leading 3-0. Haaland is really a machine, but we get him off the ball though. Nice interception. And now, We could open City up once again. It's Schaefer. What a nice close control as well for this guy. Martinez sees Schaefer again. Schaefer. Clean shot. Good save, Ederson. Foden now into Haaland. City got one back here in the 65th minute. It's Bellingham. Nice goal here. I mean, we lunged in again without any purpose and then we gave them too much space. Now is the question, how mentally strong is this team? Can we hold on even though City seem to be on an upwards trajectory? Doku now against Todibo. Doku is much faster than Todibo. And he's also technical. He gets away from the Frenchman. Oh my god, great intervention by our centre back, but it's still a goal. It's 2-3. City are back in it. I have made a couple of changes here. Schmidt comes in for Berger and goes to the left. Irankunda goes to the right. Adli is now a central midfielder because we have taken out Schaefer with a great game, but we need more defensive cover. That's why Mbamba came in. Tran also came in for Martinez. We need that pace up front. Here they go, our heroes, Lautaro and Schaefer. Still we have to hold on though. Not over by any stretch of the imagination. Mbamba gives it into Tran. Tran turns his defender and nearly scores a 4th goal. Mbamba brings the ball out of midfield into Tran, our striker. Tran goes on goal. Tran! No, he hits the post. Oh no, another big chance missed. That would have been the decider. Only 5 minutes to hold on. Please, no late goal. Ben Nasser with a nasty challenge. No yellow card though. Corner kick. It's Neves to take. Neves with the corner. They get it inside. We get it away though, luckily. And now Irankunda even collects the ball. Irankunda. Foul. Referee. It's only 2 minutes of added time. It's De Ligt giving it into Doku. Doku. It's now or never for City. Can we hold on for a few more seconds? Haaland on goal. But big intervention. Still a chance. Another one. It's chaos, but we get it away. And now it's a yellow card for somebody. It's Bellingham gets a yellow. I don't know why. Why was that? But anyway, we have a free kick. Please just blast the shit out of it. And we have won the UEFA Champions League with MSV Duisburg. This has been such a nervy rebuild. We needed 7 seasons to conclude it. But now we have done it. MSV Duisburg 3, Manchester City 2. The players are celebrating, so are the fans. And shortly, our captain, who is of course Yacine Adli, is going to lift the UEFA Champions League for the first time ever for MSV Duisburg. But lads, if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel and putting a like on the video. I'd really appreciate that. Now let's enjoy the celebration together with Yacine Adli and MSV Duisburg.